They thought I was powerless. That's what hurts the most, not the money, not the land. The way they looked at me, like I was just some nobody standing in the dirt while bulldozers rolled in behind me. I still remember the first morning I saw it. I drove out to my family land just after sunrise. The fog hadn't lifted yet, and through it I heard engines, heavy ones, excavators, cranes, men in hard hats laughing like they owned the place. I stepped out of my truck and stared at a massive sign planted right in my soil. Future home of Oak Ridge Meadows, 96 luxury homes. My stomach dropped, because this wasn't future development. This was my land. Land my grandfather bought after coming back from war. Land my father protected through 3 recessions. Land I paid taxes on every single year. So I did what any reasonable person would do. I went to the HOA office. The woman behind the desk didn't even look up when I spoke. "I think there's been a mistake," I said calmly. "That construction is happening on my property." She smirked, actually smirked. Then she slid a laminated map across the desk and said, "Sir, this land belongs to Oak Ridge HOA. If you have a problem, take it up with our legal team." That's when I knew this wasn't a mistake. This was theft dressed up as confidence. I hired a surveyor. He confirmed it. Every foundation, every road, every inch of that development sat squarely on my deeded land. I brought the paperwork back. Deeds, surveys, tax records going back decades. The HOA president barely glanced at them. Instead, she leaned back and said something I will never forget. "Even if you're right, what are you going to do about it?" Behind her, through the window, I could see construction crews working nonstop. They had money, they had lawyers, and they thought I'd fold. So I made a decision that shocked even my own attorney. I said, "Do nothing. Let them build. Let them pour concrete. Let them sell promises to buyers. Let them finish all 96 homes." My lawyer asked if I was insane. I told him, "No, I'm patient." 2 years passed. Families moved in. Kids rode bikes on streets named after trees that never existed. The HOA sent out newsletters bragging about record profits. And I kept every document, every photo, every receipt. Then I filed a lawsuit. The courtroom was packed. The HOA's legal team walked in smiling, confident, expensive suits. They expected a nuisance case. They didn't expect a deed. When my lawyer placed it on the table, the room went quiet. Original title, recorded boundaries, survey overlays lining up perfectly with the development. The judge leaned forward. The HOA president's face went pale. Their attorney started stammering about easements, assumptions, clerical errors. The judge stopped him and said words I'll never forget. "Are you telling this court you built 96 homes on land you did not own?" Silence. Absolute silence. The ruling was brutal. The HOA was ordered to pay for the land at market value, after development, not before. That mistake cost them millions. Legal fees, penalties, settlements with homeowners they dragged into their mess. Their reserves were wiped out. The president resigned. And as for me, I didn't gloat. I didn't celebrate. I just walked out of that courthouse, holding the same deed my grandfather once held, proving that quiet patience beats loud arrogance every time. So if you're watching this and someone in power ever looks at you and says, "What are you going to do about it?" remember this story. Sometimes the strongest move is letting them finish digging their own hole.